Hi, I'm Alan Sagano. I'm the president of ADS Consulting Group, and thanks a lot for listening to this brief video on, oh boy, don't be a company that has to actually wait for something bad to happen to actually act. Traditionally, where we've seen this happen is companies that actually, we like, look, you need to watch your backup. This is, maybe 10, 20 years ago, and they're like, it'll be fine. Computers are super reliable these days. And then their hard disk crashes and their backup hasn't been working for like 100 years and they lost all their data and now they're super sad and there's really nothing that we can do. So those companies that I've found historically are really good going forward about monitoring the backup. Are you sure the backup ran? Is our system going to break because the backup didn't run? We got to make sure this is running, blah, blah, blah. So they totally get it because they've gone through the train wreck of losing actual data. So the newer version of this story is with hacking, right? Or cyber, any type of cyber attack. It's like, it'll be fine. It won't, it'll be fine. And yeah, until somebody loses an eye, right? So don't wait to put in some of these advanced security features until after it happens. Again, conversely, we've seen companies that have actually gotten hacked or compromised, like, wow, we need to shore up this, we need to do this, blah, 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 blah. How much was that thing you talked about? It was super important that we didn't decide to do because we thought it was too expensive, that kind of stuff, right? ROI, return on investment on cybersecurity stuff is, they say, between 1 and 200 times what the investment is, 100 to 200 times if it prevents an attack. So you really, really want to make sure that you're ahead of this stuff. Installing a SIEM, two-factor authentication, super important these days. Silo your network, have regular password changes, end-user training, especially to spot spear phishing attacks. Spear phishing today is one of the most common ways that hackers get in is through a spear phishing attack where they have a phishing email that's directed, like it looks like it came from somebody inside the company. Super, super effective way of getting your foot in the door. So please be proactive, not reactive. It's much easier to prevent a hack than it is to clean up the mess. And even if you do, you have to clean up the mess and detect it. And then you still have to spend all the money to do the stuff that you were going to do ahead of time. So the other thing is that the average days to detect a hack in 2017 was over 200 days. Yeah, that's about 200 days too long. So you really want to have these things in place so that you are proactive rather than reactive. And it can also, if you're looking at cyber insurance, it can actually reduce your premiums. So that's our tip of the week. Please be one of those companies that just gets it, not has to wait until somebody loses an eye and go, I think we need some eye prevention measures to take place before we please just get it ahead of time. It's much easier to install these things ahead of time than it is to install them after the fact and clean up the train wreck that happens when a hacker comes in and wreaks havoc on your network. That's our tip of the week. Please, if you like this content, please boink, hit that subscribe button. Thanks a lot for listening, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot.